Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit. I hope you guys are having a good day today. It is Friday, 22nd of November, and we got a great show lined up for you guys today. A lot of stuff going on. And first of all, the weather, even though it did snow for a little bit here in the Chicagoland area. But it seemed as of this morning when I took the dog for a walk, it looked like the snow is all gone. So it's about 46, 50 degrees. It's really not too bad out there getting ready for the Thanksgiving Day. A lot to cover today. But first of all, thank you for watching the show. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders. Mostly it's dedicated to people like you who taking time and watch the show. We do appreciate it. It's showtime. So let's get to work. Yep, Friday morning. Let's get right to business, folks. First of all, I want to thank our sponsors, of course, the great Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and to Arizona. U-Haul rentals at all their locations. They're here for all your moving needs, personal, business, small loads. They have you covered. Take advantage of the auto key program at all their stores. They program car cut keys up to 50% less than the dealership. Visit the Helpful Hub to speak to a certified team member. That's Ace is the place, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods, folks. Don't forget, Ace Hardware also has a lot of Christmas holiday decor as well. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg with Double T Tony Toto. That's an 8 o'clock hit. Tomorrow we'll be at Norton's in Highland Park. That's a 8:30 hit with Jerry Jams. And Sunday, again, it's time for St. Jude's benefit. We've been pushing it for the last, 6 months? And it's finally here this Sunday on the 24th of November at the Arcada Theater in beautiful St. Charles. Nick and Phyllis Hodges putting this together, so I'm looking forward to it. I've been involved with St. Jude's for a long time, so I'm very happy for that. It's going to start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, folks. It's going to have a lot of fun, a lot of great entertainment. Diva Montel and Jerry with Heart to Heartbreaker with their tribute to Pat Benatar and Heart. American English with their tribute to the Beatles. Ocean's Rat Pack, Frank, Dean, and Sammy. Of course, Elliot Winbush, Bill Saratella, Jerry Jams. Also, the band will be behind us, Mikey D. We also want to thank Tony Toto and Danny Ramundi. And then, of course, we got Nick Hodges, of course, the piano man with tribute to Billy Joel and Elton John, and American English with their tribute to the Beatles. Now, there's still tickets left, so go to oshows.com. Please, for St. Jude's, it's going to be a good thing there this Sunday. All right, where do we start? So much to talk about. Let's say hello to some people that are watching. Who's watching today? There's Kathy from Santa Barbara. How you doing? California. Emo from Florida. Albert. Ryan, I hope you're doing well, brother. Nice to see some people. Kathy, I hope you're doing well. It's Ronnie B. What's shaking, buddy? Look forward to seeing you and Deborah on Sunday. Let's get to some stories here real fast. Therapy. Do you believe in therapy? I think everybody would like to have some sort of therapy. I definitely need it. I've had therapy in the past. I think through the years of me doing what I'm doing, 35 years, and sometimes you get that where you're stuck, you're like Tony Ocean, Mo Carrara. It's almost like two different people. Everybody tells me they're two different people, and I do believe that. It's just, Lisa, how are you doing? Well, Danny Nozak, I hope you're well. Marion, I hope you're well. So sometimes it's hard to break the two. But I think it's good to get some therapy. I definitely need it. I think everybody does. I've tried it in the past a few times myself. Um, but some people believe in it, some people don't. And the most important part about the therapy, ladies and gentlemen, just to figure out is to try to find the right person. I've had ones in the past, and I think that's it. Trying to find the right person, I think it's important. And uh, you got it. And that's it. I think it is. And I think it's important that we all try it out. And a lot of good things can come out of it, especially when you get a perspective of someone doesn't know you. So you're like on the outside. And, trying to tell my story to people, it's interesting. I know it's all about money, but they can't take the pain away. I'm in bad shape. Go to another. Well, that's a physical therapy. Sometimes I need mental therapy. I think, Lilia, how are you doing? Well, I'm talking about physical. I'm talking about not physical therapy. I'm talking about therapy in your own mind. There's so much in your head here. As an entertainer, in my past career, I've made some choices that have not been a good move. And I think if I had some sort of better guidance in a therapy type of word, I think it would be a hell of a lot better. I'm almost like sometimes once a year, there's a Dr. Jekyll comes out. Mr. Hyde comes out once a year. And that happens. I think it happens to everybody. So I want to go back to celebrating my buddy Joey Spin's birthday on Wednesday at Little Pops in Lisle. Again, I'd like to apologize to Mike and Vicky from Little Pops. Just a little, I was completely out of line for the Trump and all that stuff. And it happens, especially when you start drinking too. It gets a little nutty sometimes. But what's important, that you all go out, try to live your life, and try to fix what needs to be fixed. And that's important sometimes, and I do. And what's great when you have family and friends behind you that support what you do. I think it's very cool, and we definitely need it. And I believe in it, and I hope you guys believe in it too. And very, very important. All right, a couple other things. We're going to get right to it. Some interesting stuff as well. Also, I want to thank my guest, Regina Karma and Benjamin De La Montrose. They were our guests on Wednesday. They had the big show coming up Saturday at the American Legion in Franklin Park. Excuse me. So I want to thank them for being on. It was great talking to them about music and talking about everything in general. Also, I want to thank, besides Louis Pipes for showing up, and Felix Greco, and of course Jerry Jams, and seeing the crew there. It was a fun night, hopefully for my friend at least. But been there, done that. Lillian, I hope you're doing well. Anyway, let's move out. Mortgage or rent? Some of the questions that people have been asking me. Mortgage or rent? Let's see. When you mortgage, you have a home. It's yours. You have payments. You have upkeep. You have to take care of the house. You have to take care of the sump pump. You have to take care of the roof. You have to take care of the windows. You have to think about everything that goes into your home. You have a home. You can design it any way you want. You can do whatever you want with it. And I think it's very, very, very important. And I know people who've got that rent, so they don't have the hassle of the roof or the sump pump breaking or this or that, and they just rent. And, sometimes I think it's probably even better off. Let the landlord take care of all these problems. So I don't know how many people that are watching right now. Ryan, I'm so sorry for your loss. Your friend Katie passed away, Ryan. Well, I am so sorry. Vitamin Keith, no. Have you been to Montegatini? Tell me. No, Vitamin, I have not. Own builds quality. Thank you, Mary. There's Danny Manzi, another good friend of mine. And speaking of Mary, we're talking about real estate. So let's talk about Mary with real estate, which I think is very, very important. Our good friend Mary Grievous here You're the perfect real estate professional, whether you're putting your home on the market or looking for your dream home. Give her a call today. She's available to assist buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, and expired listings. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. Go to mgreavis at re.com or give her a call at 630-688-1725. And then while you have her on the phone, you're talking about real estate. Why don't you talk about the Chicago Music Cruise, which is happening, and I can't wait for it, folks. 2025. We've been pushing it for a year now, right? Almost a year. And it's in March, not that far away, folks. March 22nd to March 30th, 2025. The Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. And it's going to start off, it's 8 days during spring break. It's going to start off in Fort Lauderdale, Carousel, Aruba, and Coco Key, Bahamas. They got some balcony suites still available. But they've got a lot of great entertainment. The Jersey Girls, Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean, the main event band, Hillbilly Rock Stars, and, of course, Seventh Heaven. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think everybody needs something like this to get downtime. When I don't get too much downtime, so this is the downtime I'm looking forward to. Even though we'll all be performing, we will still have a bunch of downtime, which I think is very, very important. So give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 or go to chicagomusiccruise.com and put in Tony Ocean. But when you call Mary, you tell them Tony Ocean sent you, and you want to go on the ocean with the ocean. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Today is World TV Day. I think we talked about this before, how many people watch TV. I'm a TV addict. A complete TV addict. I watch TV all the time. Old shows, old movies. I don't watch anything new. There's really not much out there that I like that's new. But I do like all the old stuff. There's my good buddy Danny Mazzi from Armando Supermarkets. Buy local, shop local. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Also go to Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Pat say, hey, Patrick, long time no see, buddy. I hope you're doing well. There's Mary's info. There's Patrice. Nice seeing you. Dick Sayed. Dick, man, I hope everything went well for you, buddy. Just that you're watching makes it good, and I appreciate it. Leave it to Beaver. There you go, Patrick. Leave it to Beaver. My good buddy Dick, I can't wait to see you. I would rather own. Okay, Lisa says own. And, of course, Mary would say own, build equity. Yellowstone, Landman are some good new shows out there. Well, thank you, Paul. I'd have to check that out. I definitely want to do that. Also, since we're talking about Mary and talking about Seventh Heaven and the Cruise, how about a happy 10-year anniversary to our friend Adam Blair? 10 years as the front man, lead vocalist to Seventh Heaven. That's very, very cool. They're a great bunch of guys. And if you haven't seen the band, you need to go out and see them. Who hasn't seen them, right? They're fantastic. And I'm glad I'm friends with them and doing these cruises and doing stuff with them. They're great. So happy 10 years to Adam Blair out there. Absolutely. Talking about music, Post Malone and Jelly Roll are becoming to Wrigley Field May 22nd of 2025. I know what Post Malone looks like, and I know what Jelly Roll looks like, but to be honest with you, guys, I've never heard their music. So between me and you, I couldn't tell you which is which. But they're teaming up together for Wrigley Field, so it could be something cool. I think so. Also, another thing, folks, today is, yes, we're just talking about that email. I rent a tree house. God bless you, Mo. You rent a tree house. I used to have a tree house there, Danny. My old home in Lake Geneva, I used to have a tree house. I used to spend many times in that tree house as an adult, just to get out and think. And it was a lot of fun, actually. Not so much in the winter, but it was good. Anyway, 61 years ago today, ladies and gentlemen, November 22nd, 1963, John F. Kennedy, president, was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. He was the youngest person to elect as president. He died at the age of 46 years old. That is something that we will talk about forever. And we'll never know the real answers of whatever it is. I had my buddy Tony Hunt on a show once. This is maybe a couple of years ago. and he talked about a lot of stuff. And we'll never know. I don't know. Maybe they're going to release the files and find out exactly what happened. It could have been Cuba, could have been the CIA, could have been his own people, could have been the mafia. We never know. But 61 years ago, and people still talk about it. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy. And I was born in 62. So yeah, I was too young to realize what was going on. Now, some of you probably were there. How many people that are watching, and they're older, how many people are watching right now actually remember where they were when President John F. Kennedy was assassinated? Do you remember seeing Walter Cronkite on the news and mentioning, and when he was almost brought to a tear? So I don't know. I'm asking anybody that's interested. Where were you when you heard the news that President John F. Kennedy has been assassinated? It was almost. I mean, I can't. I almost tell you, like when John Lennon passed away, and my principal in school called me in the next day and said, "Hey, are you okay?" Because he knows how much I love it. Yeah, Frankie, I was. You weren't around. Yes, I know, buddy. Frankie said, another singer in the Chicagoland area. Make sure you go check him out. But people that are watching, if you were around, where were you when the assassination of President Kennedy? And wow, it really. Okay, Kathy, you were in grade school. All right, like I said, I was on lunch break at school. Ronnie B. Yeah, and I've some people said when that happened, they actually got a call and said the principal told kids to go home or go home after lunch or stay home, whatever it was. Patrick says, I went to the Daily Plaza a couple years ago, and it's like you're stepping out of time machine. First place I checked out was the grassy knoll. Yeah, I've been there a couple times myself. I was in first year in Rita High School, Emo. Okay. And Lillian said she was in first grade. So when you're that young, first grade, so you don't really know what's going on, what the hell. But what a tragic day in history. Absolutely. Child support. How come they push Albert? The next day, Saturday, Lee Javiaza was shot to death live on TV. I saw it live. I was in my seat in my room 202, and basically the announcement came to a school loudspeaker. That's right. The next day, Saturday, as Lee Harvey Oswald was being taken back to prison or wherever he was to trial, wherever he was going, Jack Ruby came out and shot him. Of course, we heard that story. The whole Jack Ruby story, connections with the mob. Why did he shoot him? We don't know. In grade school, Immaculate Conception. Hi, Pat. I hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, I just can't imagine what it was like. But it was like I said, with the John Lennon thing for me when he died, and the teacher, because I graduated in 81 and John Lennon died in 80, and just the teacher knew how much I loved him. That's it. Thank you, Albert. Craig Olson, I was in sixth grade class and the teacher wrote it on the blackboard. Wow. I could just imagine. Craig, what was it like, man? When you're reading it on the blackboard and saying to yourself, what? There's a great book called The Last Second in Dallas. Excellent book. I have to read that. I love reading that, the whole stories on this stuff, especially this week. They've been showing stuff on the History Channel. I just can't imagine what it was like. And then, seeing his kid, the little kid, his son, right? With oh my God, that whole, just horrible. Just horrible. I can't imagine going through any of that stuff. Nuts as it is. All right. Child support. Why do they push child support so much and not parenting time? Now, I mean, yes, child support is very important and you should not be a bust out. You should be paying if that's whatever your deal is with whatever happens with child support. But how come they never come down on parenting time that you make with your kids? You You got to wonder that. I mean, when I was a kid, my dad was working nights. I was by myself my whole life. My sister came later on. She's, I don't know, 25 years. I don't know how many years older I am, 15, 20 years older than my sister. But growing up as a kid, there was never no direction. There was never no, my mom came in from Italy, just took care of me, took care of my dad, but my dad was working nights. There was never no discipline for me growing up. I think if I ever got in trouble, maybe a couple times with my dad, I never, but it was never no hard discipline. I didn't have any cousins around me. I didn't have any uncles. I didn't have any people that kind of guided you or looked after you. And my mind was always in music, you know. But I think it's important with parenting that they should take care of that. The movie Reagan, obviously about Ray Reagan, was it on Amazon Prime? Yeah, that was a great movie, Claudette. I hope you're doing well. I seen that movie. I loved it. Emo, I saw live Jack Ruby shot. So you actually seen it just on television. Yeah. We were also talking about parenting time. How much time do parents have these days to actually spend time with their kids? Because the government wants the standard core family destroyed. Same with welfare. Now, I don't know. These days, parents probably have 2 jobs, maybe 3 jobs. I don't know. Or if they're single parents, mom by herself, dad by himself. He's got to do this. He's got to work 2 or 3 jobs. I think that needs to be enforced a little bit more in the world with families. I do. Because I don't think if you don't have that, I didn't have the grandma and granddad. Mine, they were all in Italy, grandpa and granddad. Something that you look forward to, the tradition that you were all together. And probably half the reason why I ended up the way I did. I mean, there were never no rules growing up. And as you get older, sometimes it just still goes into that system. And you make mistakes, and you learn, and you grow. You try to. It's a tough world out there, man. It really is. And if you got good family and good people around you, hopefully everything should be okay. But sometimes when this is a little gone, it happens, I was alone, very sad in Italy. My relatives, oh, all right, there you go. Emo. Yeah, like I said, all my friends were going to their cousin's house. Let's go to grandma's house. Let's go there. This is where they all went for Sundays. I was by myself, talking to myself. As a kid, I remember collecting baseball cards. And this is before I got into music. Peter, how you doing, my buddy? I hope you're well. Thank you. I will do that. But I'm going to tell you, as a kid, when I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up, and like I said, it was just me and my mom. So I'm collecting baseball cards, and I would pretend to have live baseball games, and I was the play-by-play. It put down the cell phones and iPads for a while. Craig, now that's a great answer. That's probably one of the best answers I've heard in a long time. Hanging with other crazy people makes you feel normal. Yeah, I think you're right. But this is what it was as growing up as a kid. By myself, in my basement, watching, I can be anybody I wanted. I can be Sherlock Holmes. I can be Charlie Chan. I could be, a pirate. I could be a cowboy. I could be a superhero. In your world, that's all you had. I had these 4 walls. I had my music, listened to the British invasion music, up until I got into high school. And then I started listening, to pop music like Cheap Trick and the Ramones and the Bay City Rollers and all that stuff. But as a kid, listen to this. I don't know what your kids, what kind of, I don't know what kind of world you guys grew up with, but I took my baseball cards, I collected them, And, like we all did, we either collected baseball cards or stamps or beer cans or whatever. I think I collected everything at one time. But the baseball cards is the most I remember. I remember sitting in my living room, downstairs in my basement, and I would take like a cup would be second base, and I would take another cup to be first place, and another cup to be third place, and another cup, um, and another cup would be like home plate. Okay, so excuse me. And then I would look at the baseball. I would take and behind there would be an outfield would be my couch, and one pillow would be the left field, right? The other pillow would be right field, and the pillow in the middle would be center field. And I would take the baseball card with a bottle cap or a cap, from the soda pop. That would be my ball. And I would take the baseball card now, and I would throw the ball. I would throw the bottle cap up in the air, and I would hit it with the baseball card. Now, if I had to chew a lot of gum, absolutely. Some of it I ended up throwing away because it was so stale. Anyway, if I looked, I had to turn around at the baseball card. And if I looked at the stats of the actual player, if the player had over 25 home runs or something for the year, he's allowed to hit a home run. And a home run would be over the couch. Hit it hard enough over the couch. Regular hit the play and you go to first base. If you land on one pillow, it was a double. If you landed on the other pillow, it was a triple. Crazy. Helen Tenuta, I hope you had an incredible birthday, my dear friend. Dan worked, came home, mom made dinner, we ate, watched TV, went to bed. We did family vacations. They leased land and built a summer home. And La Flamme Bleu, yeah. And then we were every summer since 63, lived next door to grandma and grandpa. Now, there you go, Larry. That seemed like a perfect family life, which is what my friends used to do. They tell me that exactly. Now, I would go to Italy with my mom and my dad for the summer. That would be a great scene in a movie, right? I mean, yeah. So that would go. But then you're going to Italy, and then you're not spending time with your friends. I don't know, but I think parenting time is very, very important. I think they need to stress that more in schools. And family life. I think it's important. Louis Vuitton, for all you ladies out there, Louis Vuitton is opening Louis Vuitton Hotel in Las Vegas, Paris, 2026. Inside the Paris Hotel, there will be a brand new Louis Vuitton Hotel in 2026. Wow. Interesting. Oh, what else? Good news, I think, on this end. Joe Ibarra, guilty on all counts on the murder of Lauren Raleigh. I think that's important. Thank God he got what he deserved. I remember as a kid, I knew every Major League Baseball roster. Today, I forget it. Felice, me too. Felice, I'm telling you, I used to be the same way. Craig, Ictoro sets, chemistry sets, just playing outside with my friends. See, chemistry set. I never had one of those. I always wanted one, but my dad thought I'd blow up the house. But that's cool. Yeah, I used to go out and collect insects. Come on, guys. Remember the ant farm? Didn't you all have an ant farm? And you're going out and collecting ants and that plastic thing with the sand and all these ants are like making, you never did that. Is that right? And I remember collecting lightning bugs. I didn't get to see my dad too often, so I would take the lightning bugs and put them in a jar and put them outside the house on the counter or the kitchen table. And the next morning, there would be some change in there. There would be some change in there. Lincoln Rally, thank you, Dennis. Please write down too fast. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, and I have change in there, right? Was that crazy or what? Yeah. The things that you imagine when you were a kid, gotta love it. I really do. Um, okay, here's something. There's a mall in China. This is for all you married people. There's a mall in China. They have something called husband storage. While the wives are shopping, the husbands stay inside this booth or this room and do husband things. They can sit and watch TV, they can read a magazine, whatever. They keep them in there, and it's called a husband storage for husbands that are married in China while the wives are shopping. Boy, imagine them having one of those around here. That would be very interesting. You're watching Ocean's Pit playing outside till 9 o'clock. There you go. Craig, remember when the light came on? The street light came on, you had to be home. Um, and yeah, even growing up with the friends that I had, they were all, we were all like misfits, man. We were all misfits. Still a misfit. I'm still a misfit. You're watching Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's thank my good buddy Louis Pipes. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty, quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Service Chicagoland Air for 35 years. Do it right with Airtight. Call Louis at 708-788-5000 and tell him Tony O sent you and get these windows done, especially for the holidays, folks. Very, very important. Also, folks, you like fast food? Now, who doesn't like fast food? But don't you wish it was a little healthier? Well, now you can go to one place and enjoy some healthy fast food. That's Guzman and Gomez. Fast food made healthy, clean, enjoyable. Check them out. So far, they have locations in Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, and Naperville. All you got to do is download the GYG app, sign up, and get one free burrito. Come out and try their burritos, taco bowls, and salads. They even have a burrito replacing the rice for French fries. Keep in mind, they're offering fundraisers, catering, and more. Give our son Joe a call at 224-636-3646. He's now the brand new regional marketing manager. So you might want to use him for fundraising or catering for your parties. Guzman and Gomez, eating healthy. All you got to do is just try it out. Don't take my word for it. Download the GYG app and try one free burrito. When you're eating it, you don't feel so bad after you finished eating it. That's why the food is that good. Guzman and Gomez. Try it out. You got to like it. Tonight, again, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Double T, Tony Toto. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to my good friend Jerry Jams tomorrow. Now, I have a gig during the day, earlier in the evening at the Royal Melbourne Country Club. And it's nice to have my buddy Rhino Ryan working with me again for that particular show. That's early part of the Saturday evening. And Rhino, of course, him and his wife Melissa own Bugsy's in McHenry. So Ryan will be working with me. I'll be looking forward to seeing him. I've not seen him in a while, so it'll be good there. Before we go to Norton's Saturday night in Highland Park. I play there maybe 3 or 4 times a year. It's a great food is outstanding, great burgers. Richie and Blanche do a great job there, and I hope to see some of my other friends up there at Norton's this Saturday. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It is Friday the 22nd. We're already they're digging up the cemetery property. Oh, okay. Let's see. Changing times. Tony D, we are all misfits. I admit. Remember I hope you're doing well, Tony, you and Denise. I hope you are. Boy, they're digging up this seminary property in Stone Park. Now there you go. Albert, in 62, I played with Cousins' chemistry set, starting a fire, tried to hide it in a trash can, and the basement wasn't very clever. I'm 62 years old right now, and I'm not very clever either. So there you go, Albert. You were young when you started the fire with the chemistry set. That's one of the reasons why my dad didn't want me to have that changing. You better get the chicken booth out of your voice. It's a little raspy. You'll be okay. But thank you, Dennis. And thank you for all your concerns. It's cold outside. Lucy didn't want to go out. There you go. 62, just a kid. Okay, here's another thing. Should a husband defend his wife when it comes to his family? Now, you have husbands and wife, and you have in laws. Now, right, if you have a conversation or disagreement with your side of the family and they're bashing your spouse or vice versa. Now, doesn't not with me because it's only me and my mom, but I'm talking about in general. Um, you have to defend your wife. Your mom's going to get pissed. A lot of them, sometimes there's mother-in-laws out there. You know how they get. But it's important, even to your family. Yes, but there you go, Kathy. Now I like that. Yes, I like that. Uh, Tactfully, absolutely. You got to be very careful with that. You want to get mom and dad pissed off. But my dad was never around when I was growing up, even with my marriages. Yes, throat coat. It's a little raspy, but I'll be okay. But thank you guys. Donna, I hope you're well. Yes. All right, guys. So we have to always, and vice versa too. If right, if the husband's the wife's got to do the same thing. So it happens. And these are some of the questions you guys have been sending. I mean, I really do appreciate it. I like all the mother-in-laws. Remember, that's how a mother-in-law she got a bad rap. Did you ever notice? Remember the song "Mother-in-law, Mother-in-law"? Right? It was all always got a bad rap. I never had a problem with my mother-in-law. The three mother-in-laws I had, I never had a problem with my mothers-in-laws. They were always great ladies. My ex-mother-in-law was my accountant. She was great. So I never had that thing. My mother-in-law, of course, Mama D, was fantastic. Uh, she knew how to bust balls, which was the best thing. And you knew how to bust balls with the family, you know. So mother-in-law, I never had a problem with my mother-in-laws. They're always very good. But it's important, absolutely. All right, let's go back to um, if you had a chance. Now, remember when you were a kid? We were just talking about growing up, watching TV, watching cartoons, watching old movies. Remember the TV show The Jetsons? Now, some of that stuff is coming to reality now. The cars and this and that, right? Right? It's coming to reality now. But would you rather have the car, if you had a choice, would you rather have the car that flies or would you rather have Rosie cleaning your house for everything? There's Vince Ramondi. What's up, Vince? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Yes, it was a great show. I want Rosie. Kathy, my friend Kathy from Arizona. Hope you're doing well, Kathy. So you would take Rosie. I would take Rosie too. Forget the flying car. I would rather have Rosie in the house cleaning up the place. I think my wife would too. I think we'd all want Rosie. I don't know. So far, I'll get one person that says Rosie. So do you want the car? Do you want the car that flies or do you want Rosie protecting your house? That is the question. How many people want Rosie? I think so. Can't even tell here. Rosie. Okay, Mary wants Rosie. Kathy wants Rosie. Emil wants Rosie. Everybody wants Rosie. So forget the flying car. I agree with you 100%. All right, we got some other shows coming up. Black Wednesday, or the day before Thanksgiving, which will be next Wednesday, we will be at Positano's in Oak Brook with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams. Now, that's going to be a 7 o'clock hit. Next Saturday, on the 30th of November, we will be at Taverna on Division in Melrose Park with Double T Tony Toto. That's an 8 o'clock hit. You already have a Rosie. That's right. Felice, you already got Rosa. Yeah, you already have a Rosie. God bless. So you can use the flying car. That's what you need. December 1st, Ocean's Rat Pack, tribute to Frank, Dean, and Sammy, will be at the Geneva stage in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Looking forward to that show. And then December 7th, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Shop for a Cop something we do every year in Champaign for Mega Productions, my good buddy Big Mike. And we're opening for Candace Owens. Candace Owens, the speaker, is going to be speaking there. It's going to be, that sells out every year. They had Dog the Bounty Hunter last year. They had the guy, the sheriff, Trump's sheriff. They had the guy who shot bin Laden. So they have these great speakers coming in, and they talk, and all the money raised is for the cops. And they have a silent auction. It is really, really cool. And that's going to be December 7th. That's probably already sold out. On the 8th, of course, will be Ocean's Rat Pack will be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy for a Rat Pack show during the week. Oshows.com for that. For my 62nd birthday, we'll be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy with the whole full band. Daniel Ramundi, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, Ron Starr, Louis Pipes, and a lot of more guests will be joining us. So I'm excited for that. 62. We were just talking about 62. We're talking about Kennedy. So it's funny how I'm going to be 62 this year. And for New Year's Eve, people have been asking, we are going to be at the Moretti's, the new Moretti's in Elgin, Illinois, upstairs in the big room. It's beautiful up there. And what's going to be great about this package, and we'll be giving you more information Monday, pricing and all that, but you can get that online as well if you go to Moretti's in Elgin. It's going to be like from 7 to 1 in the 7 o'clock to 1. And there's going to be, of course, the great meal and the party favors and the ball drop and all that stuff. Jerry Jams will be spinning all the great music. And then, of course, to start off the night will be Ocean's Rat Pack. Bill Saratellis, Frank Sinatra, Elliot Winbush's Sammy Davis Jr., yours truly will be doing a tribute to Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis. While you guys are eating, we'll be kind of laid back and low. I know, Dennis, we only got, I'll get back to that. And then the evening will be Tony Ocean and the main event band with and Jerry Jam spinning all the great songs and doing all the great dance hits. So it's going to be a big party at Moretti's for New Year's Eve in Elgin. Okay, Albert, they'll be doing a Christmas show downstairs. All right, December 8th. Did Mars Resort book you twice this year? Dennis, no, but I will be in Lake Geneva a few times. In February, we'll be at Pier 290 with Ocean's Rat Pack. And then we've got April 21st, if I'm correct, we'll be at the Getaway, French Country Inn. It's a Saturday night, an intimate night with Tony O and Jerry Jams. And then we'll also be there 4 more different shows during the summer. So this summer we will be, we also got 4 shows booked at the Thirsty Parrot. So we'll be at the Thirsty Parrot 4 times. We'll be at Pier 290 once. We'll be at Mars once in August. And we'll be at the Getaway, the French Country Inn 4 times in the summer, but 1 time coming up on a Saturday, April 21st, 2025, to answer your question there, buddy. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I love playing up and up. We were just talking about, and another thing, the Trump train has finally come to an end. He is president now, so we don't have to do the Trump trains at the shows anymore. It's over. It's done. He's president now, so let's just see what he does so we can keep peace and let's go on with the world now. August, Emo, I will be there in August. I will be there in August on the 24th. We got a bunch of dates, so they'll all be up on the website. Laura's putting all that together as we speak. Thank you. We got some stuff here. Let's talk some more. All right, let's see. Study found that caffeine has a protective effect, reducing Parkinson's disease. A study published Neurology found that caffeine consumption significantly reduces the risk of Parkinson's disease. I don't drink coffee that much. I drink 1 cup every morning of decaf, and I drink it just for the warmth. So I can probably even drink a tea if I wanted to. Here's a couple other things we find here. How to read people without them knowing. You want to read somebody without them knowing. Those who frequently fidget or play with the objects are often feeling anxious or nervous. People who lean in during a conversation are usually interested and engaged in what you're saying. To determine if a smile is genuine, look for the presence of the Dutchian smile. I don't even know what that is. If someone's pupils dilate, they look at you, it's a sign of interest or attraction. How about it? Things we probably did not know. How to read people without them knowing. Very, very interesting. How about a little joke? A couple jokes that you guys send me in. How do you make an apple turnover? Roll it down a hill. I apologize for these, folks. Why did the apple pie cross the road? It saw a fork up ahead. And why is it hard to work at the apple pie factory? They have such a high turnover rate. These are jokes, believe it or not. This Friday's full moon, known as the Beaver Moon, it is not only a super moon, but it also last super moon we'll see till October of 2025. Very cool. Instead of the Trump train, do It's Electric. Okay. Now we need a peace train. Oh, that's a good one. Peace train. Albert, that's an incredible idea. Peace train. That's what we need. I agree with you 100%. 8 sentences I wish I read earlier in life. Are you ready? Number 7. You can always choose to be happy no matter what happens in your life. Being sad should never be an option. Number 6. Not everything will according to plan be ready to adapt. Number 5, be okay with people not liking you. Most don't even like themselves. Number 4, you could become an unstoppable force when you realize you can do it alone. Number 3, your mental health is way more important than your career will ever be. And if you want to build something worthwhile, be ready for criticism. I get that. And I put it on myself. So even when you trust someone, things to yourself. Joanne, how are you doing? Why did the lady go outside with her purse open to see if there was any change in the weather? All right, Larry, that just jumped on. These are like the Peter Tork jokes. Peter Tork, former member of the Monkees, if you remember that. Women, and I believe with this from the bottom of my heart, a woman's body does not belong to any of the following. Are you ready? Number 1, men. Number 2, religion. Number 3, government. It belongs to her and her alone. Deal with that fact. That's it. Women can do whatever they want with their body. It doesn't belong, again, to men, religion, or government. Very, very important. Dennis says MSNBC is for sale. Maybe Sanity will return to TV. Speculation Mark Cuban might buy it. Okay. Well, you hear a lot of people, a lot of different things happening now. So we'll see what happens. How to be mysterious. Smile with your mouth closed. How do you smile with your mouth closed? Wait. Don't talk about your plans. Show your results. Good one. Read books in public places. Nod instead of saying yes. Don't always be available. Don't talk that much about yourself. And if you want to level up in life, check the bio. How to be mysterious. Yeah, I like these. These are good ones. That was sent in by Ken from Joliet or Joliet. Depends how you pronounce it. Smile with your eyes. Good one. Here's advice you need to hear. Advice you need to hear. Become the most positive person you can be and see how your life changes. I wish I was more like that. I'm always a Debbie Downer. Always. When playing games with children, let them win. The reaction is priceless. We always do that, right? If someone hugs you, let them be the first to let go. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Cool. If you're not invited, don't ask to come. Green light helps against a headache. Green light helps against a headache? I did not know that. If you have a bright backyard, your iPhone gets out of batteries faster. So let's repeat this one more time. If you have a bright backyard with a lot of trees out there, your iPhone gets out of batteries faster. Wear red clothing to be more attractive. I never wear red. Never walk downstairs with your hands in your pockets. And if you have a bracelet, don't eat chewing gum. Okay. Okay, folks. I don't know where that came from, but like I said, if you want to hear some interesting stuff, I'm the guy this is it. Good or bad, this is some of the stuff you're going to hear on Ocean Spit, folks. Crazy. Breaking news. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but it was posted by a lady named Royce Dewberry and Dave Steele. Breaking news, Aunt Jemima is back. Quaker Oats announced that the customers have spoken and she returned to the syrup bottles the beginning of the year. That's a good sign, if this is true. I know there's a lot of guys from Florida. Email, it was out there. Let's see. Mark Cuban and Hardcore Left, part of the problem. Richard, how you doing? Oh, my God. White Castle cheeseburgers are now $1.20. I know everything is expensive, but hopefully things will change with the new year. Lilia, did you hear Ellen DeGeneres and Portita de Rosa are moving to London, selling their home in California because of Trump? Okay. Getting back to some of those celebrities, folks, a lot of them have homes out of the country as it is. They come here to make movies or whatever they do, their TV shows. These are billionaires. They can go whatever they want. They can have houses everywhere. Campbell's soup is now Campbell's. Okay. Florida, turning colder. Get ready for a stronger front to bring in our chilliest weather in 9 months. This is November chill, 30s, 40s, and 50s in Florida. So I don't know. I'm not in Florida, but maybe you guys are. You can tell me if that's true or not, because I do hear that things are, they do say that about Florida. Let's see here. Here's a great question. Have you ever looked at somebody and automatically felt annoyed? I believe our earth is shifting. Kathy, I agree with you. Kathy, I agree with you. I think it is shifting. Have you ever looked at somebody and felt annoyed? I don't know. I think certain musicians that I see, like famous musicians, or if I see their face or something, or actors that I don't like, I get kind of annoyed. I don't think I can actually say that about a person. Yep, Zoe's freezing over here. There you go. I just took Zoe for a walk. I had a brand new coat the last couple days. Yes, idiots. I don't think, I mean, I can't say that I looked at someone that I knew personally, or maybe someone that I don't know and been annoyed. But I think that happens to all of us. All right, guys, 4 behaviors that make people respect you more. 4 behaviors that make people respect you more. Stay calm and listen before reacting with anger. This creates a small gap that helps gets rid of the tension. That's something I need to do. Speak less. Speaking less creates a sense of mystery. Well, there you go. I just blew number 4. Number 3, dressing better makes you feel more comfortable and creates a positive impression on others compared to sloppy appearances. I've always like that. When I'm out in public, as Tony Ocean, I like to always dress up. But as Mo, I can be a slob and go out. I don't care. Number one, don't be like a headless chicken. Move slowly and relax. This gives the impression, that you're in control and moving at your own pace. God, love this stuff. Where do you people get this stuff? I love it. I love this stuff. Beware, Fox 32 News, a female California athlete displaced by transgender runner. So two girls that worked very hard every season wore shirts to save girls' sports. They're suspended from this team in California. I don't know, guys. That Newsom in California, I don't know. I still don't think. I think women should be in the women's sports, and if they're going to have, why don't we just have transgender sports? What's wrong with that? Right? Why can't everybody have their own thing? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What do I know? What do I know, folks? This is interesting for all you sports fans out there. Major League Baseball will test robot umpires at 13 spring training ballparks. Could lead to regular season's use in 2026. Can you see the robot instead of an actual umpire? I can see it happening in the future. But Major League Baseball will start to do this in 13 spring training camps and it says could lead to regular season in 2026. No, I heard they won't give them diploma. They won't give them a diploma, right? How about that? That should be interesting to see. A hacker called me and said he had all my passwords. I got my pen and paper, said, good, thank God. What are they? I forgot them. We need our passwords written down. Legendary TV analyst Hubie Brown will retire after the 2024-25 season. Hubie Brown, of course, working for ESPN and the major national broadcasting for basketball. He'll be stepping down. Hubie Brown. What a voice. Shout out to every musician who's performing night after night and bringing joy to others. All you guys out there, guys and gals that are working out there, performing every night of the week, or whenever you can go out and perform. And if you can make people happy, and sometimes you're going to make them sad or make them angry. I've done that many times in my career. But just to go out there and make sure to go out and perform, I think is very, very important. Bring music to people. I think it's important. I have some common sense, Dennis. Other people might say why differently, but thank you for your positive words. And there's my friend Phyllis and Nick Sahaja. We were just talking about that couple, great people, and they're putting on this great thing this Sunday. It's St. Jude's benefit on the 24th of November at the Arcada Theater with Ron Onesti's help. But Phyllis and Nick put this whole thing together. They do it every year, of course, for Phyllis's brother, Jimmy Zito. That's how it all started. And there's been so many different bands, and they've raised so much money. But this one is going to be even better. It's going to happen this Sunday on the 24th, if you haven't heard already. It's going to start at 1 o'clock. There's still some seats left, so go to oshows.com and get those tickets. And you can see Diva Montel and her sister Jerry with their tribute to Pat Benatar and Heart to Heartbreaker. You can see Tony Ocean and Ocean's Rat Pack, Bill Saratella, Elliot Wimbush, Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams. You can see Nick and his tribute to Elton John and Billy Joel, the Piano Man. And you can see American English with the tribute to the Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. I love you guys too very much. But thank you for all your kind words. You guys are top notch. And this is interesting. Being able to instantly respond with sarcasm is a sign of a healthy brain. Boy, I don't know about that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. In the music industry, ladies and gentlemen, actually, we'll hold off on this because we're done to the hour and it's coming to the end. So let's get another sponsor here, Jack Vena Landscaping, folks, for all your landscaping needs. Jack is the guy for you. And of course, we're talking about my buddy Tommy, who does an incredible job with his company. If you've never get a chance to use Jack Vena Landscaping. Hey, folks, there he is right there. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring and fall cleanup, bed mold, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design, service, installation, servicing the North Shore for 44 years. Call our cousin Tommy at 844-322-5266 and tell him Tony O sent you. You will not be let down, everybody. That's Jack Vena Landscaping. All right, as we are at the end of the hour here, and we will be back on Monday. Don't forget Tuesday with Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brendolino. Wednesday, I got a special guest coming on. Hopefully, we'll get Laura Ocean back with us Thursday. No, Thursday's Thanksgiving, so we won't be here on Thursday. But we will be here on Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And that's right. I can't believe, what is it now? 7 Fridays till Christmas? 7 Fridays till Christmas. Whoo, boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, birthdays for November 22nd. Jody Davis, former Chicago Cub. Kim Wilde, singer, You Keep Me Hanging On, 64 years old. Ryan Seacrest, 49 years old. Rudy Sardo, bass player for Whitesnake and Quiet Riot. Bob Gaudio, man behind all the hits for Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Tom Evans, one of the great members of the band Badfinger, be celebrating a birthday. Judge Sam Aramonte, Judge Sam, lawyer now. He had him on the show a couple weeks ago. My good friend Helen Tenuta celebrating a birthday. Linda Evans from Dynasty, 82 years old. Ree Witherspoon, 48 years old. Jerry Jams, if you're watching, happy birthday to your niece, Adriana. There's Double T. I'll see you, my brother. Miss my brother T. Claudia Romano. Let's say happy birthday to Claudia, which is Josh Olson's wife. And Josh is one of the great bartenders at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. So, Claudia, happy birthday. John Garini, if you're watching, Johnny G, happy birthday to your mom. Rick Elvis Cito's birthday was last night. Had a big bash over there at Bellagio. Rick, happy birthday. There's Mel Lennon Reed. What's up, my friend? Burgess Meredith, the Penguin. Gotta love it. Lauren Michaels, Saturday Night Live. Steve Dahl, formerly of The Loop, 70 years old today. And President Joe Biden celebrates a birthday at the age of 82 years old. Mel, well, happy birthday to your mother. If today's your mother's birthday, Mel, happy birthday to her and happy birthday to anybody else's mothers or dads or family. Now it's the season. You know what that means? It's time of the year again. Mama D's breads are back. They are over 20. There are over 20 different flavors to choose from. A few. Example. Bananas, baby and cream, caramel apple, chocolate chip, blueberry, lemon, pumpkin, peppermint, and the list goes on and on. There are also gluten-free options are available. Contact my sister Natalie Bosch, B-O-S-C-H, through private messenger or text her at 847-533-0400. The breads start at $10 and they go up from there with additional fillings that you have in each of the breads. Many breads are also available. They will not disappoint. Mama D's bread loaves. Try them out. You'll love them, especially for the holiday. And we're ready for Thanksgiving. You're right. Guys, tonight, Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg, and Saturday at Norton's in Highland Park. Well, thank you all for watching today, folks. And again, let's thank our sponsor. The main sponsor is Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and Mesa, Arizona. Download the reward app. That's when you keep track of all your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Guys, it's time to go. I want you all to have an incredible weekend. Try not to be so hard on yourselves. Be kind to one another. And try to learn from mistakes. Sometimes it works. Just try to keep living life. Chin up. Be happy. Go out. Celebrate. Listen to some music. Get together with friends and family, because that's all we got, folks. At the end of it all, that's all we have. If you've got friends and family, you are very blessed. Anyway, in the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Have an incredible weekend. And God bless you all. Nick Sahajas, take us out. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oh, it's the end of the show. See